Hello guys, and I just wanted to make a quick video about the Primetime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Cartoon Animated Programs, and with the awards being officially announced today as of September 19th, I just wanted to go over some of my thoughts, like what I thought should have won, stuff like that, and I have to say I was very surprised with Rick and Morty's win for the Emmy of Outstanding Animated Program. And mainly because everyone wanted Bojack Horseman to win, and of course me too. I like Bojack Horseman, and I think it definitely has a cult following nowadays, and I definitely think it deserves to win this anime program instead of Rick and Morty. So Rick and Morty won their first Emmy Award in 2018 for Pickle Rick, and this year they won for The Vat of Acid for 2020. They also competed against Big Mouth, Bob's Burgers, The Simpsons, and Bojack Horseman. And yeah, personally, I just want to say I'm not too impressed with the choice, but then again, I feel like people just have to remember that Emmys are a. Well, I mean, I see some people online saying like it's a popularity contest, but I feel like the Emmy Award voters aren't gonna watch every single episode of BoJack Horseman to think, because in order to really appreciate the view from halfway down of BoJack Horseman, you really have to watch every single episode of the series. Otherwise, it means almost nothing, because the view from halfway down goes through all of the consequences that BoJack or I wouldn't say consequences. Maybe like it goes through all the people that BoJack, I could say, like hurt, or maybe like people that sort of like interacted with Bojack or that were significant to him, and then each of them at the dinner table had their last meal before they died, which is, I wouldn't say is really significant to the story, but I feel like all these Easter eggs sort of things in like the view from halfway down, you really have to go back and watch every single episode of the series, and I'm like 99% sure that pretty much every single Emmy voter did not watch the entire series, and hence why they chose Rick and Morty, which the Vat of Acid episode could be viewed out of order. I mean, you don't have to watch. You can just watch the Vat of Acid episode as your first episode of Rick and Morty, and nothing will really change. Rick and Morty does have some continuity, but it's like really shallow in the scale of things, mainly because it's shown in reruns on Adult Swim like all the time, hence why they have to air out of order. So that's why there's not a lot of continuity in Rick and Morty. Yeah, I mean, I really liked the Vat of Acid episode. I thought it was one of season 4's best, which really isn't saying much. I mean, I did like season 4 better than season 3, but I mean, when you really think that the Vat of Acid episode is what, their second or third best episode of the season, which really, I mean, I thought the Vat of Acid episode was good, except for maybe like the first few minutes where it definitely takes way too long to get started, and that's really my only problem with it. But other than that, I thought the Vat of Acid episode was definitely one of season 4's best, and it's probably one of the shows, maybe like top 10. I mean, I thought it was great. I thought it was really good, but like, I mean, I just wanted BoJack Horseman to win because it was their last Emmy, and like, yeah, I just thought they should at least walk away with one of them. But I can totally understand why the Emmy voters didn't pick BoJack Horseman. 3 years in a row? I mean, first it was something, then it was Free Churro, which lost to The Simpsons, and then this year. I mean, I will talk about the other submissions for a bit. Like I thought the Simpsons Thanksgiving Horror was pretty great. The Thanksgiving Horror was pretty funny. The anthology works because of the 25-minute run, and it's also creative and actually like scary compared to like the previous treehouses of horrors like in the past 2 or 3 years, and they're all like mostly like, yeah, they're mostly just boring and lame. But like Thanksgiving Horror managed to be like a really cool, unique twist on the Treehouse franchise. And surprisingly, it's season 31's best episode in my opinion. Big Mouth's Disclosure the Musical isn't their best episode, but I actually would say I liked it. I mean, it was nice seeing those guys like help coach Steve out and stuff like that. And that's really all I have to say about it. I thought it was a good episode, but definitely not their highlight. And I was not impressed with Bob's Burgers submission. Big Trouble in Little Tina was the episode that I didn't really like. I mean, I wouldn't say it's bad, but like I just thought it was one of the show's weakest, which really is saying something because Bob's Burgers, like out of 194 episodes, I'd say maybe like 1 or 2 of them are like, yeah, probably like 2 of them are like bad. Like come on, like 2 out of 194 episodes are bad, which is honestly says a lot about the show's quality, because I can name at least 60 good episodes like off the top of my head. So yeah, not impressed with their Emmy submission. I wish they had submitted their Thanksgiving special. Now we're not cooking with gas, but you know I'm not in control of that. There were some other shows that I wish got nominated as well, like Bless the Hearts, South Park, The Midnight Gospel, and more. But you know, not everyone can win, and I just feel like new shows like The Midnight Gospel wouldn't even be nominated just because they aren't really known to a lot of people. I totally get that Midnight Gospel has like a huge, well, I wouldn't say a huge fan base, but it does have like it does have a dedicated fan base. Like I've seen on Reddit, it has like what, 20,000 people. So I mean, there are people who like it, but like in the grand scale things, like there are tons of people who are like, I've never heard of that show. Like, what is that? So I can totally understand why they wouldn't be able, like, they wouldn't pick the Midnight Gospel right at the bat. I'm pretty sure they saw the episode. It just feel I totally get. I feel like the Emmys are sort of a popularity contest, but then again, at the same time, you also have to think of like recognition. I mean, if people don't know these brands, they're not gonna really be invested. You have to like you have to watch a lot of stuff to be, or a lot of that show to be invested in it. Like when I first started The Simpsons, I was not invested in it at all. But like as I kept going and I got more hooked on it, and eventually I watched every single episode of the series, right? So I mean, I think that's saying something. So now with my thoughts on this Emmy Award for animated program for 2020, I've given you my thoughts and what I thought should have won, which is obviously Bojack Horseman. So now I want to know what you thought should have won. Did you think Rick and Morty was the right choice? Maybe you thought Bojack or The Simpsons or Big Mouth or Bob's Burgers was the better choice. Tell me what you thought in the comments and let's talk, and I'll see you guys next time.